The complex we're going to be exploring today was a medical hospital which served a greater psychiatric center. It was completed in the 1960s and was intended to be used to replace the old medical building, which we previously explored in the video Beyond Seeing. It consists of 3 buildings, the first of which can be seen at the top of the complex, which handled treatment and administration. This building contained most of the specialized practices, such as radiology and dental surgery. Those 2 nearly identical buildings off to the sides primarily handled psychiatric and addiction-related healthcare. They also contain most of the patient housing and facilities. I expect that these buildings will be the most difficult to navigate in, as their hallways twist and branch off in all different directions. It'll be really easy for us to lose our sense of direction in here. All 3 buildings are connected above ground via a breezeway, which we'll be making use of several times throughout the video. Behind these side buildings is a courtyard, which we'll also try to explore a little bit. The courtyard is enclosed by a brick wall which can be seen on the southern edge. Since we're going to be spending a few hours here, in addition to our regular poking around, there are also a few things in particular that we're trying to see. Our first goal is going to be the morgue, which I already know how to find and should be a pretty easy stop. I'd also like to find the radiology department, which I believe still contains an X-ray machine. After that, we'll want to head to the top floor of the main building to see what kind of views we can get, as well as examine the damage after the floors above that were removed a few years ago. Once we're done on top, we're gonna head straight down to the bottom, and try and see what we can see in the basement, as well as the sub-basement. After that, we're going to head across the breezeway to the courtyard, where I believe there's a gazebo hiding somewhere in all the overgrowth. Once we're in the side buildings, I'd really like to check some patient dorms to see if there's anything interesting left behind, or at least one with enough furniture left intact to try and see what it might have been like. On the roof of those buildings, we should have access to some elevator maintenance rooms, which should make for some pretty interesting equipment discoveries. Now, if I remember rightly from when I explored this place years ago, there should be a creepy little bathroom off to the side here. Creepy in how narrow it is. I think the first thing we're going to want to do is look for the morgue, because that's on this floor. Yeah, but that door's closed, so we'll take this hallway. There we go. There we go. Now what you'll see here with this morgue is that it's actually a double-sided solution. You can see all the doors have been ripped off, which wasn't the case last time I was here. But if you'll look, just get the focus right, this actually goes through to a different room. So if we walk around, you'll see that these freezers actually go through to the other side. And the purpose of this is so that nobody has to see bodies being wheeled through the halls. So you have one room for storage and preparation, and another room where they would be dropped off. You'll see, actually, if we look back through the other way, you can see that the door is right over there. And what that allows for is you would work on the bodies in here, in this room. Let me just up the ISO a little bit so you can see better. Bodies would be worked on in here, and then they could be pushed through the storage themselves, and then they could go through that door out onto the loading dock and be carried away in an ambulance or a hearse or whatever. And here's our stairs to the sub-basement. We'll probably check that out later. We'll put a pin in that for now. We're going up before we go down. There should be a staircase right here. I have to unclamp my bag for this. Radiology, I believe, was on the second floor. This is that area that had the fire before. You can see the scorch marks all along the walls. And here's the above view of that elevator with all the stuff piled on top. There's more fire damage.
It's upside down. I can't really read the text itself. Okay, I think we found radiology. Oh, that's a weird little door. How would that be there? I think that must be some kind of development room. I think this is one of those radiation shields. Yes. This time we're going to mix it up. And since it's totally dark in this stairwell, we'll try climbing it in Radiology. You look down this hall and you can see all this dust and debris on the floor. But something I always like is where it's just thin enough that you can actually see the texture of the tiling that would have been here when it was in operation. So if we have a look down here, let's see if I can bring that into focus. Yeah, you can kind of see the pattern. And if we go ahead and look down the hall, now you try and imagine that repeating the entire way. And it seems like a much different picture now, doesn't it? The plan now basically is to get to the highest point possible and just see what kind of views we can get. Look at that huge pile of dust. This is why we wear respirators, folks. We're still not at the top. How tall is this place? Almost. So there's the way to the top, and there is their top-of-the-line security system. I don't know how we're going to get in. Whoa. Look at that. These are the views we came up here for. I'm not going to step out onto the roof because I don't want to silhouette myself against the sky, be visible from all around. Look at that. What are all these things? I think the point of something like this is the new mission is to get over to this side. This looks like some kind of window that opens out onto the elevator lobby. Whoa, I didn't even notice this huge hole in the ceiling. Look at that. This door, next to the opposite exit, looks to be sealed up, which of course means that I have to know why. Anything through here? Let's go around and try and figure out why that door was sealed up. This looks like it might have been an OR. Here's the opposite side of that door. Why would this in particular have been sealed up? Alright, time to bypass this top-of-the-line security. And head up to the top. There we are. Now, I haven't been up here since before they removed the water tanks. But yeah, there's a large gap up here now. Oh, you want to head over to those? No, we can still do that, Josh. I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. Guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to climb this. Do not follow me, because it looks like it's all wooden planks and falling away. Yeah, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you. Here you go, fellas. The inner workings of the cube. I'm not going to go all the way up because these boards are falling away, as you can see downstairs. But yeah, there's a large gap up here now. And if you look to that cage over there in the corner, what that is in the early 2000s, this building actually had a police transmitter on the roof. And all the accompanying equipment was stored in that cage. But of course, it didn't take long for it to all be destroyed. Now, there used to be a staircase right here, a metal staircase that would lead up and into the chamber above, which has now been removed. And here is the part of that trap door that we looked at from below. So I'm going to approach this real carefully. And we'll see it from the opposite side now. Look at all this. Alright, here's that basement that I promised you. We're about to move on to the next set of buildings and look for a gazebo in the courtyard. But I haven't been down here in about 8 years, so let's see how it's aged, I guess.
That was a fun time.
Oh yeah, it was. Actually, if you look at the original Ascension Hospital video from way back, I was actually in here with a friend, and we completely ended up without lights, and at the time, this was the only way in and out of the building. And so we ended up just kind of holding on to each other and exiting the situation by, well, really just kind of feeling around and through memory.
You guys left. Oh, we can't see a thing. This isn't gonna work. Crap, hang on, wait. Wait, we need to make a left here and walk down this hall. Oh, crap, I don't remember where the stairs are from here. Communicate on each step, okay?
You guys step,
Next one.
step, step,
We're bad at this.
step, step.
I see light over there. Do we potentially have a second exit? I haven't been over here before. I have to crouch down, though, in order to get under these pipes and stuff. Well, there's actually a lot more to this than I remember. And there's light over here, too. The elevators come down here. We're actually below the elevators at this point. Actually, probably not a viable exit, because this will be down inside that dip. And yeah, this is down inside the concrete dip, so we can't get out this way. But hello, here's a cargo elevator. Haven't seen one of these before. This is a librarian exploring first. And the elevator is stopped at this floor. Capacity 5,000 pounds. Now, why is this basement divided down the middle by cages? You're probably getting a lot of ISO noise right now. Sorry about that. But there is an opening right over there. If there's another way out of here, through to the other side, then we'll want to check that out, of course. There's an open gate right there. There. That might actually be a way out. It just requires some climbing. Oh, look. There's like a ladder that goes up, but that grate is closed and from the look of it probably welded. Right. And then I better just climb into the wall. Yep, little box here, but not much in it. Seems they've welded the door to the sub-basement. That's fun. Alright, I guess we're going across the breezeway now. Now back near our entry point, we begin our journey over to the other side where the other hospital buildings are. And our goal, for the most part, is going to be to find a gazebo in the middle of the absolute forest of a courtyard.
Bikes out there.
A what?
Saw some bikes in the parking lot. That person is right there, so there might be in there.
And we are now officially in the other two interconnected buildings.
What was this?
A freezer. Walk-in freezer. Given how hot it is, I wish it was working right now. Oh, these ceilings are so weird. There's like a sudden change in elevation. And here is our exit onto the courtyard. It may seem like we're out, but we are far from out. This whole area is actually sealed in by a brick wall. It was a courtyard, but it's all overgrown now, so it's like its own self-contained little forest. And somewhere within here is a gazebo, which I would like to find. There's some inside. Do we say hi? They might be upstairs, actually. I think they came in right behind us. Do we say hi or do we move in?
Won't try to make friends, we can stay where we are.
Say hi and go separate ways.
I like your hat.
Well, that's good content for the video. I think we're going to have to start moving into thicker woods in order to find it. It might just be too late in the summer, but actually this looks push throughable. It's not actually as thick as it looks. This used to be basically an open concrete yard, guys. I mean, it's really incredible how this feels like a forest. But you look down and the ground under us isn't dirt but asphalt. But I'm hoping that if we just follow this enough, we'll find that gazebo. It's like the Magic Railroad. You gotta believe in it. And Alec Baldwin will take you there. See, from what I remember, it's not that far in, so I don't think we need to go more that way. I think we need to go more this way. Yes, it seems I had underestimated just how thick this would all be. Couldn't really penetrate that far into it, and this is the middle of August. Last time I was here was like November, and even then it was a little bit difficult, so I think I'm going to call it for this one. This looks like some kind of serving area. Those people are being really annoying. I don't think that's the group we just saw, because they came this other way. I think after we find the entry hall, we'll head upstairs so that we won't be on the same floor as them. Now the question is, which way to the entry hall? Because the building splits off here. It feels different moving into these narrow hallways. Here we are.
People coming from that way.
Outside.
No, inside.
Yeah, here we are. This is the entry hall. Let's start heading upstairs. There it is. See down there?
The thing that's completely engulfed in these.
Yeah, that thing. That's the gazebo we were looking for. Yeah, we never would have gotten to that. Look, you can't even you can't even tell that this is all enclosed. There's a lot of open doors down this way, but there's also cool looking architecture down that way. Yeah, this was just additional hospital stuff, so a lot of these rooms were probably patient rooms.
I think the windows on the doors are really small.
Yeah. Well, you gotta remember that this was a hospital that served a psych hospital, so it's like a regular medical hospital, but with additional security. Ah, there's a dorm down there. There's still curtains up and everything. I'm actually amazed at how little vandalism there is in this part of the building. Oh, wait. Oh, look at this. I just go out onto the hallway. Must have been a convenient bathroom, I guess, by having it attached directly to the dorms. patients could use it on their own, like during the night or something. On the inside of this locker here, there's a little calendar stuck to the door, dated 1966. And what's inside? We've got matches mostly, it looks like. A lot of these are rusted shut, probably not going to open. So cool. The garbage bags and curtains up. I wonder if this was stuff from before or if it was something someone did after. Because in a place like this, you never know if you're walking through history or the remains of someone's photo shoot. And here's yet another one of those fire escapes. This door won't open. Looks like there's some artwork in there. Yet another hall of doors. I'm so surprised. This is the most... For all day, we've been looking at basically the most trash building around. And now all of a sudden, there's like very little vandalism. Well, this one's much brighter and wider open. A clear open door right onto the fire escape. I don't know why I'm so interested in this bathroom architecture, but this area looks actually really clean and nice. For the most part. This looks like it would have been one of those, I guess, assisted showers. We'll just never get tired of these hallways of open doors. Something about them just really saturates that creepy, comfy feeling, and I don't know why. A lot of blind corners, but there's also plenty of light coming in. And it allows, I think, a little bit more sense of mystery about what's going to be around the corner.
Awesome, Paul.
Just don't go around that corner because then you can be seen. Right now we're up on the roof of one of the side buildings, and this isn't something we would normally advise doing because you silhouette yourself against the sky and you're extremely visible. But from this particular angle, we actually shouldn't be visible from any roadways, so I actually feel pretty comfortable doing this. If you look over there, you can see the first building we explored in this video, and you'll see it used to be even taller. There used to be something on top, a structure they called the cube, which contained the water tanks. I talked about that earlier when we were up there. Those upper two floors, those are basically where those two open side doors were and where we were in the cinder block room with the cage. And if you look over here, we're on the two identical side buildings that are connected by the breezeway, and down below is that overgrown courtyard. Look at how overgrown that is. And down in the middle there, you should be able to see the gazebo. I can't really tell because there's so much glare on my screen. The sun is to my back right now. But wow, it's so cool to come up here and get that sense of perspective of all the distance we've traveled today. That will never not be amazing to me. I'm going to have to insist that we be quite careful in here because this top building is the elevator room, and there is an open hole just in the middle of the floor. Oh, well, I guess not on this side. On this side, there's a metal grate. We've reached the lobby again, and I think we're going to start heading out soon. Actually, wait, if I focus really close, can you see all this dust in the air? Good. How close can we focus? Not sure how well you can see it really, but we're going to continue exploring this floor a little bit, and then we'll head out. I think this was a pretty good day. I think we got to see a nice variety of locations. This place is such a maze. Normally I'm able to get a pretty good mental picture of what a place looks like pretty quickly, but this one is proving to be a little bit more difficult. Uh, 20-minute adventure, we see what this is, and then we head out. What's that? not a basement, but it is another cricket room. Why has this place got so many crickets? Oh, these things are huge.
Babies crawling out of the wood.
Oh, there are. Some tiny ones as well. Now this, and I guess I'll show you from the outside, these are the main doors to this section of the hospital, and I believe from the outside they've actually pushed dirt up against the boards to discourage entry. It's actually proving surprisingly difficult to find our way out of here. That door's not going anywhere. That door is this one.
I think if I saw it, it's coming from that way. I think it's coming this way.
There's that center stack. And we're inside that kitchen area now. This is where they would serve up smiles and also disgusting hospital food. Hey, what can I do for you today?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets? We don't got chicken nuggets. All we have is disgusting mashed fruits. Yeah, that's what they all say. Oh, wait. Hang on, we got Bud Light. We got Bud Light too.
It's too late.
Not too late?
Too late. I'm already disappointed in my day's run.
Okay. And once more, we find ourselves right back where we started. Only this time we're ready to head out. And hopefully there's nobody blocking our exit this time.